Hello everyone, Speedy Hedgehog Live here with a new video. Today, this is part 10 of building a city. Today I will be building a suburban house, and I'll also be building a reference to Halloween. I'm going to be building Mike Myers' house, so let's get into it.
Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a suburban house. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please do remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And at the end of this video, we will be adding this to my brand new mini city. This is the amount of space required to make the house. And here are the materials that we will use.
Got the materials
To begin building the house. However, as we progress through the tutorial, we will be delving into this chest also. Begin by placing a row of 11 light grey concrete in a row on the ground.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Extend backwards by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then extend across the back of the build and join all the way to where we first started. The end result should be this rectangle. Next, we want to extend the front left-hand corner of our light grey concrete rectangle up by 8 using white concrete.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We then want to extend all the way to the right and join down to the opposite corner of the light grey concrete grid. Then we want to extend backwards and do the same, and then across and join down to this back corner, and then finally join all the way back to the beginning to give us this shape. We now want to add the outline for the roof. So on the left and right sides of the top of this white concrete area, we want to add rows of white concrete that are one row shorter than the previous layer of white concrete, eventually creating a triangle, which we want on both sides of the build. The purpose of this is that we can now place stone brick stairs on the front and the back of the house, spanning the width of the house. We want to have the stairs overhang one bit on the front and the back of the house, spanning the width of the house. We want to have the stairs overhang one row on the left and right side of the house, and we want to place upside down and regular facing stairs in combination until we eventually almost reach the very top of the house like this, and then we want to connect them together using a stone brick and then stick a slab on top extend all the way across to the opposite side, and now we want to do the exact same thing on this side also. And this will give us the frame for the roof, which we are then able to fill in. And we will of course be filling it in using stone brick stairs, just connecting the left and right side together. Next, we're going to fill the front of the house in. To do this, we want to come all the way down to the front left-hand side of the house and begin by placing 4 white concrete extending right of this one right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then place a dark oak door and fill the rest of the row in using white concrete. Place a white concrete left and right of the door, then add another white concrete, then add a white concrete opposite this against the framework of the house like this. In doing this, we will then be able to fill these little gaps in here using glass pane, and if we place oak trapdoors flipped down next to the glass panes, we will have evenly spaced windows between the door and the framework of the house. We then want to place 3 rows of white concrete directly above everything that we have just made, like this, spanning the width of that. 3 rows of white concrete directly above everything that we have just made, like this, spanning the width of the house, and then we want to place 2 additional windows. So these are parallel to the ones down below. We want to place the glass in the same place as we did here, fill the rest of the front of the house in it using white concrete like this, and then place oak trapdoors flipped down next to the sets of windows. Next, we are going to grab light grey concrete and place 2 light grey concrete extending forwards in front of the door. 1, 2. Then add a row of light grey concrete to the left and to the right. In front of that, we want to place a layer of smooth stone slabs. Then we want to, on the corners of this porch area, place 2 stone brick walls, so 1, 2, 1, 2. Then we want to grab stone brick slabs and place a layer of slabs extending off of the top of the door to meet the 2 walls. Then we want to add a lantern next to the door on one side and a stone button next to the door on the other side. And if you're feeling fancy, you can even add a flower pot with a flower in it on one or both sides of the door. However, we do also want to add a doormat, so it's kind of up to you how you want to navigate that. But I think that that looks pretty good. Next, we are going to fill the right side of the house in. To do this, we will place a layer of white concrete along the bottom of the frame, and then we will add vertical rows of white concrete on the left and right sides of the frame until we are eventually left with a single strip of nothing in the middle here. So this is actually a cool modern window design, but we're not going for that. So we're going to stick a glass pane in the middle here, just down at the bottom, and then a row of 1, 2, 3 white concrete above, glass pane, white concrete, just like this. So this is the end result, which we then want to add oak trapdoors next to the glass on both sides, and you can see that we now have windows that are evenly placed the same as they are on the front. And then coming over onto the opposite side, we want to do literally the exact same thing. So a layer of white at the bottom, and then we want to add vertical rows on the left and right, until we are left with this. Add a glass pane in at the bottom, 1, 2, 3 white concrete, glass pane, white concrete, trapdoors either side of the glass, and then if we take a look, make sure it looks all nice and even, that's perfect. The back of the build is, however, a bit more simple in the fact that we are just going to fill it in using white concrete. The cool part about the back of the house, however, is that we are going to add some chimneys. So, if you start on the bottom right-hand corner of the roof and extend inwards diagonally, destroy this block and the one left of it. We then want to build up white concrete on top of these two blocks until we surpass the height of the house by half a row. Stick some flower pots on top of there, and we have a cool looking chimney. Top these two blocks until we surpass the height of the house by half a row. Stick some flower pots on top of there, and we have a cool looking chimney. We can even add another in a similar position if we come to the opposite side of the roof, destroy this block, but then the one up and behind it, and then using the same method of placing white concrete until we are half a row higher, and then flower pots on top. Left of the porch on the front of the house, we are going to add a row of grass blocks, which we then want to place flipped down oak trapdoors in front of, with poppies or any flower of your choice inside of those grass blocks. We then want to add oak leaves to the side of this, extend the oak leaves forward, but more importantly, extend the leaves backwards, wrap them around the back of the house, and maybe extend them just an additional row here, just on the side, maybe even two. So the end result will look like this. Next, we want to add a garage. To position this, come to the bottom front left-hand corner of the house and count to the right 1, 2, 3 rows. One row back and place a light grey concrete. Place 2 white concrete on top, 1, 2, and then extend backwards by 8 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Like this. You could even extend it back an additional row, and then it would connect into the wall, but it kind of depends what look you're going for. Extend the white concrete down, light grey concrete on the bottom. We want to extend these light grey concretes forwards until there is a gap of 2 here. Fill the white concrete in, extend the light grey concrete and white concrete backwards here. Then we are able to add a door just to the side here. A stone button one side of the door, a torch on the other side of the door like this. Then we want to grab our old pal smooth port stairs, and one row inwards from the front of the garage, we want to place 1, 2, 3, 4 smooth port stairs, just extending over to the right. Add 2 rows of smooth port stairs on top of the initial one. Light grey concrete on the opposite side of it. Extend forwards. 2 rows of white concrete on top like this. And then we want to extend the light grey concrete backwards, and then join to the back like so. Then we want to add 2 rows of white concrete on top of the light grey like this to build up the walls of the garage. Grab stone brick slabs, and at the tops of the front of the garage, so where we have the white concrete here, we want to place those slabs, extend them forwards, and then inwards and upwards until we eventually hit a point where they connect together at the top in the middle, which we then want to add white concrete here and here on top of the door, and we will also want to do the same thing on the back. And then if we extend these slabs backwards like this and do the exact same thing on the both sides and also the back of the build like so. And if we just connect these slabs front to back on both sides, we will have successfully made an entire garage. Next, we are going to dig out a driveway. So to do this, we want to dig out the width of the garage door here and extend it all the way out to the edge of the grid. And we want to fill the hole that we have created in using cyan terracotta. On the front of the grid, we want to dig out 2 rows spanning the width of the grid left to right and replace those rows using smooth stone. So now that we have done that, we now want to dig an additional row behind the smooth stone, extending all the way across left to right once again. And we also want to dig a 3-row wide gap that will connect the entrance to the street here and fill this in using smooth stone. The rest of the hole, however, we are going to fill in using polished andesite. And we also have to dig out the white concrete outline of the grid and also replace that using polished andesite as well. Like this. Next, we are going to grab bricks, and we want to place bricks in these following positions. So, left and right of the entrance footpath here, we will place 1, 2 bricks, 1, 2 bricks, and also in between these, whilst we're here, place a set of iron bars as well. Then, we want to place bricks here next to the actual drive, 1, 2, 1, 2, on this corner as well, 1, 2, on the back corner, 1, 2, and the opposite back corner as well, 1, 2, and finally the front corner, 1, 2. And then we are going to place a layer of a brick wall in between all of these pairs of bricks, extending all the way around the edge of the boundary. And we also want to leave gaps for both the drive and the actual entrance as well.
With the new CommBank app, you can do it all. Track your spending and invest from anywhere. Because with new personalized features, the CommBank app understands every version of you. Well, nearly.
Hungry Jack's new double Turkish brekkie rolls are stacked with double flame-grilled sausage or sizzling bacon.
Like this. Next, we are going to add chains placed vertically on top of the brick wall, which gives them a nice texture. And then, if we begin on the left side of the build, you can leave these as they are, by the way, because they actually do look quite good. But if you want to take it a step further, and I'm not sure if I even like this myself, I'm going to be honest with you, but the option is here. If we start from this chain and place a grey candle, gap, grey candle, gap, grey candle. Now, we want to follow this pattern all the way across the front of the build, and also the left and right side of the build as well. However, on the back of the build, we are going to do things a bit differently. So we will start on the right side here, and we will place the candles. But as we approach the garage, I think that we're just going to build up a wall along the back of it. So we can't place a candle here, for instance. We can only place a candle here, for instance, before the pattern is kind of broken. So we are just going to raise up the wall here. So we kind of have a choice. We can add an extra brick pillar either side, and then we can place an additional row of bricks in between, or we can add just a full brick wall, or you can do something a little bit different, but it's completely up to you which direction you want to go in. Another option is to extend the garage backwards and circumvent this in. Thing, so that the garage wall, the back of the garage is kind of becomes the wall. Anyway, I'm also going to place lanterns on each one of the 4 main corners of the wall as well. I also want to add polished andesite left and right of the cyan terrace of the dried. I feel as though it just helps to each one of the 4 main corners of the wall as well. I also want to add polished andesite left and right of the cyan terracotta of the dried. I feel as though it just helps to frame it a little bit. And next we have the painstaking task of actually digging out the entire inside of the grid and replacing the grass using lime terracotta, just because it does look nicer.
Got to dig out all the grass now and then replace it with lime terracotta, so got to do that right now.
achieved, we have actually completed the entire outside of the house, which means it's now time to grab some of these materials that we have been keeping in the other chest, some of which we did already have. Now it's time for us to head inside of the house and begin work in here. So inside of the house on the ground level, we're kind of split into two different parts. So we are going to add a row of oak planks that leads from the door all the way to this back wall. We then want to fill the left side of this floor in using oak planks. However, the rest of the floor, we want a checkered pattern of white concrete powder and also black concrete powder, like this. Next, we want to add the second floor. So, we want to leave a gap of 1, 2, 3, and then this fourth row here, we are going to fill in using oak planks. This will be the second floor. Now that we have a good foundation to start the interior, we want to come to the back left-hand corner of the house. And next to this window, we want to place a dark oak door. We then want to place 2 white concrete extending to the right, extend all the way up to the ceiling like this. We then want to place an oak plank extending inwards diagonally from the white concrete wall, oak stair in front, oak stair on top, oak stair up and behind, and we want to create enough space for ourselves so that we are able to actually make a staircase starting all the way from the bottom, extending all the way up into the second floor here. Then we also want to add a wall just next to this door here. We want to add a row of white concrete from floor to ceiling, and then add another row like this. You could even add an additional row, although we're kind of starting to cramp ourselves a little bit, but this is just a nice little separation here. Then we want to add in the front left corner of the house, opposite this door, 2 note blocks, black concrete powder on top, a painting, smooth quartz slabs in front of the note blocks, leave a gap of 1, and then place smooth quartz stairs opposite these slabs. Next, we just want to stick an armor. Underneath the stairs here, and I'm thinking that maybe we can even just fill in underneath the stairs just to box this in a little bit. We could even add a little bit of light in the form of either like a lantern or a torch, but the idea is that this is a little cloakroom. So with this area complete, you can see that we've got a little living room, we've got a sofa, and TV, the cloakroom, and of course this leads up to the second floor. Well, this is a kitchen slash dining room. So in the back right hand corner of the house, we want to place a light grey concrete. Extend that forwards block, add a furnace, then across the back here, 2 blocks of iron stacked on top of each other with stone buttons in front of them. Left of this, a light grey concrete. On top of the furnace, we want to place a detector rail, and then, in front of this window here, smooth quartz stairs either side, end rod on top, heavy weighted pressure plate on top of that. And now we've just got to kind of like occupy the kitchen a little bit. So, right. In the very corner of this public space, we are going to place a flower pot, next to it a brewing stand, an item frame on here, and if you kind of want to create some cool looking shots, just grey carpet suspended. They can even go over the cooker if you like as well. But that will pretty much cover the entire kitchen, ladies and gentlemen. If you wanted to add something a little bit fancy, we could add some paintings. Probably not the ones I would choose, I'm going to be honest with you. Some 1x1s is also what I was thinking, but you know. Something like that, I think, would be perfectly fine. You could even sneak a little bit more lighting in here as well, perhaps like in this corner, or maybe even here as well, or maybe even here. It's kind of up to you. It's kind of dark on this side of the room, so maybe something like this would be absolutely fantastic.
Hi, baby. New Huggies Zinc Enriched Nappies help protect your skin better than ever.
With that complete, we can now head upstairs and begin work up here. There are 2 rooms up here, a bedroom and a bathroom, and we actually... have to create a separating wall between both of them, and it starts right here, just above this empty space. So we want to have a row of white concrete that separates both of these 2 rooms. So the row of white concrete will of course extend all the way up into the ceiling, which we can even make a little bit smaller if you like. Maybe we will actually fill just where the roof begins, the stone brick portion of it. Let's add some light grey concrete like this, just so that we can kind of tame this room a little bit easier. Opposite side these stairs, we want to have some glass pane so that we don't just immediately fall down. And let's actually add a doorway that leads us from the bedroom in to the bathroom, where we also have to add the same ceiling made out of light grey concrete as well. So coming back into the bedroom, we also want to add some paintings to the stairs. So I want 1x1 here and here, so that means we've got to place some white concrete or any solid block and some 1x1s will go there nicely. So opposite the stairs, kind of like right in the middle, we have a row of 4 for the stairs, and we want to take the 2 middle blocks and place a double bed on this wall. On this wall, we also want to place a chest and a tripwire hook. We want to add a painting above the bed. I'm looking for a 2x1, preferably that one, perfect. And then on this wall, we're going to have a potted plant, so that's in a light grey concrete, and then an oak leaf, so we can have a 1x2 here. Then next to this, we are going to add a bit of decoration, so we... crafting table, put a flower pot on top of it, oxeye daisy in there, and then we're going to add a little bit of a rug. I'm not quite sure how big it's going to be. Definitely going to be at the foot of the bed. It's going to be a check pattern between white and light grey, and maybe we will have it lead kind of like around the room a bit, so kind of like around the bed and then into the bathroom area. So with a little bit of light, this room will actually be complete, so we can add it perhaps at the end of the rail here, or maybe we can add it... There's not really another good place for it unless we place it like above the windows or what have you, so I think that here will be good. Maybe we can just extend it a row inwards, and there we go. That's fantastic. We have a bedroom. Next, we want to head into the bathroom and work on the final room of the house. So on the back... we want to have a bath shower. So we want to place upside down smooth quartz stairs extending between these two walls, and then along this back wall we want a tripwire hook, a lever, and a button. So these will all do various things. Place a row of glass up the right side here, and then 2 end rods connecting the wall and the glass together. So we kind of have like a shower screen. We have end rods where a shower curtain could go, which could be made out of any numerous amount of banners. Could we even suspend it like here? We could even like have it clip it. It does clip into the stair here, but we could have it like hanging there, or we can have it kind of like how I had it there, so kind of just like suspended across a little bit. I don't think you can place anything on top of end rods. No, unfortunately not, but something like that would look pretty good. We could even add glass pane above this. Now that, I think, actually looks pretty good. So we also want to add a toilet in the opposite corner, which is a cauldron with a oak trapdoor on top of it. On this wall here, an upside down smooth quartz stairs with a tripwire above it, and we just want to add a flower pot next to it to look like a bin. And I did actually bring the banners for a towel, so I guess we'll just reuse the same one. And it might even be nice to use some of that carpet that we had earlier to just add like a little bath mat as well. So maybe just here, or maybe just directly in front like this. And with that complete, ladies and gentlemen, I think that that's the bathroom actually made. I'm very happy with this. And that is the end of the tutorial. However, we aren't quite done, as we still have to add this house to our mini-city. And its place until the end of time, or until I get bored and move it, shall be right here, at the end of the cul-de-sac. And that is the tutorial complete. Please do remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel. From the movie. Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make Mike Myers' house from the movie Halloween. Please do remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Watch until the very end of the video to see where we place our super spooky house in our city. This is the amount of space required to make the Halloween house. And here are all of the materials.
Okay guys, now I'm going to build Mike Myers' house from Halloween, so yeah. Okay, blackstone glass, need smooth quartz slab.
We will use to build it. Begin by placing a row of 7 white concrete in a row on the ground.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Extend in 1, right 1. Place a brick to the right with a dark oak door on top. Place 2 white concrete right of the brick. 1, 2. Extend forwards 1 and then right by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We then want to extend backwards by 12.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We then want to extend in 1 and then back by 3. 1, 2, 3. Extend across the back of the build by 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We then want to extend in 1 by placing a brick with a dark oak door on top. Then place 2 white concrete extending inward from the brick. 1, 2. Then we can simply extend all the way over to the right and connect back to the front of the build. The end result will look like this. Next, come to the front of the build and place 9 light grey concretes on top of this white concrete block.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Extend all the way over and across to the right and join down to the opposite corner of the build. We then want to mark out some windows. On the upper side of the house, we want to place a light grey concrete extending inwards, with 3 black glass extending inwards further. 1, 2, 3. 2 rows underneath. 1, 2. And then the same on the opposite side. So a light grey concrete in the corner. 1, 2, 3 glass extending inwards. And then 2 rows extending down from there. On the ground level, we want to place a row of 3 light grey concrete, 1, 2, 3, extending inwards, and then on top of the third concrete, 2 glass, 1, 2. We can then place a light grey concrete on top, extend all the way over to the right, just like this, and then we want to do the same thing over here as well. So extending inwards from this light grey, 1, 2, 3, and then 2 glass connecting up to the row that we placed. We then want to place a layer of light grey concrete surrounding the door. You will notice that this is 1 row backwards in relation to everything that we have placed thus far. And then we are going to place light grey concrete on top and in between the white concrete extending upwards, and we are going to fill the entire front of the house in using light grey concrete, and every single block will just fall into place. Next, place a row of 4 white. Every single block will just fall into place. Next, place a row of 4 white concrete extending out from this block. 1, 2, 3, 4. Extend to the right and line up with this white concrete. We then want to place 3 bricks, 1, 2, 3, extending right, and then white concrete extending towards the corner of the house, and then we will just connect everything together. Then fill the inside of this area in with bricks. Then we want to place rows of 3 stone. Brick wall on the outer corners of the porch. 1, 2, 3. the inner corners as well. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then end rods in between them on the white concrete. And we want to place light grey carpet on top of the end rods as well. On the white concrete. And we want to place light grey carpet on top of the end rods as well. Next, place stone bricks on top of and connecting the stone brick wall together. We even want to extend an additional row outwards on the left and right sides. Then place smooth quartz slab in front of the lower half of the stone bricks. Then we want to place stone brick slabs extending backwards and upwards until we connect to the house like so. We then want to extend across the row of stone bricks, and on this side as well we are going to do the same thing like this, and we will just have to carefully add 2 layers of stone brick slabs on these parts. This side we actually extended a little bit too far up. Usually, if we were following the pattern, we would continue to extend up, but we do not want to cover the window. So you'll just notice at the top, it's just a little bit flatter than it would otherwise usually be. Next, add a row of brick. Slabs that allow us to step up onto the porch a little bit easier. This is placed in front of the bricks and then just left and right like this. And last little bit of detail for now, a lantern above the door. On the right side of things, we first of all want to extend the top of the front wall backwards and connect down to the back corner of the foundation. We then want to add a row of light grey concrete on top of our row of white concrete, and then starting on the left side here, place a light grey concrete, 3 glass, 1, 2, 3, 3 light grey concrete, 1, 2, 3, 3 glass, 1, 2, 3, and then finally just a light grey concrete.
Track your spending, then supercharge your savings, all in the Combank app.
Unlock Europe by train. Get access to 33,000 destinations in 33 different...
Then, on top of each row of glass, add 2 more rows of glass, a row of light grey concrete, 3 rows of glass, and that's it. Same over here, so 2 rows of glass, light grey, 3 rows of glass extending up, and then simply fill this remaining area in using light grey concrete. Next, in preparation for the roof, we are now going to add rows of light grey concrete on top of this wall that are 1 row shorter than the previous rows, creating a triangular shape until we eventually reach a peak like this. We can now come over onto this opposite side and repeat the process. So we extend this front wall back and down, add a row of light grey concrete on top of the white concrete, and then starting on the left here, light grey concrete, 3 glass, 3 concrete, 3 glass, extend the glass upwards so that it is a 3x3 square with a row of light grey concrete on top, then add 3 more rows of glass on top to create the same effect, then fill everything in with light grey concrete, and then to prepare for the roof, we will simply add the rows of shorter and shorter light grey concretes until we eventually end up with just one, like this. The back of the build is slightly more complex. So first of all, we are going to add a horizontal row of light grey concrete want to cut the area in half like this. Then we will add a row of light grey concrete to connect the top of the walls together, left and right. Then we want to apply the same windows that we have on the front of the build to the back of the build. So we can add a row of light grey concrete along the inside of this wall, and then a 3x3 square of black glass here on the left, a row of light grey concrete, and then a 3x3 square of glass on the right, and then light grey concrete in between. And this is the upper part of the house. So for the lower half, we are first of all going to add a row of light grey concrete around this door, like so. Extend one row inwards like this, and then a row of light grey concrete along the white concrete like this. Then on the right side, a light grey concrete, 3 black stained glass, 1, 2, 3, extending left, add a row on top, and then light grey concrete in between, on top, and around just like so. Then, when it comes to this half, we want to place a row of light grey concrete along the white concrete, and extend back, just like this. In the corner, place 2 light grey concrete on top. Then, add 1, 2, 3 black stained glass, extending along the side here with another row on top like this. We also want to add 2 glass on top of this light grey concrete block on the side, 1, 2. Then we want to fill in between using light grey concrete to smooth everything out. We can even add a row of light grey concrete here so that we don't end up with any sort of gaps. And then we have to make the porch area. Next, we
need to go to the front. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Alright guys, I'm going to end the video here because I have to go to bed now. So, in the next video I'll finish off Michael Myers' house, then we'll figure out from there. So, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to like and subscribe, turn on notifications bell so you don't miss any videos from me. And yeah, and I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next video. Bye bye.